What's good, y'all? So in this video, I'm going to react to Deleted. This is another What's the Dirt surrounded video. This is one of the pack out. I've done two. I think I reacted to two of those. And he already went off on What's the Dirt. So I don't know what else he's about to say. Because this is like 20 minutes, I believe. 20-minute video. Funny enough, the last one that I reacted to, he actually commented on. But... but it wasn't. It was because I was like, I be talking, and I don't think people liked what I had to say. I think what I was saying was such a small part of the video and turned into like the topic of conversation in the comments, and I was just like, oh, okay, well, whatever. But anyways, like I said, as I said in the comments, I was trying to make a point. I won't say nothing negative. I mess with what Deleted, so I'm gonna still react. It is what it is. You feel me? So, anyways, let's just get into it. See what he talks about.
Comedy purposes only. So loosen up. None of this is factual. Just widely opinionated jokes served extra spicy for your entertainment. It's satire, it's cringe, and it's all good fun. If you're sensitive, overly emotional, or the type to clutch your pearls at the slightest hint of humor.
All right, I'm not gonna lie. Well, it's 1:30 a.m. So we just gonna get into it. Let's see what he's talking about.
If you don't like the info, just call me a culture vulture.
Just call me a culture vulture. Just call me a culture vulture.
Just call me a culture vulture. That'll make you feel better.
Warning. Your local county authorities have issued a
Did he do something new?
1, 2, delete, it's coming for.
Did bro just put a
Coming
curse
up
on me?
next on the Villain Network.
No, I'm not gonna lie. These edits, quality. Oh, the same quality.
Matthew, you really thought you could sneak around my channel, spread lies, and just dip out like nothing was going to happen?
Yeah, what'd he do?
For those of you who are new here, welcome to the Pack Out. Basically, it's a segment where I make it feel like it's a horror film.
Literally, it's like if you watch You Rage. Why I say it like that? Your Rage. It's like an evisceration. That's what the fuck it is.
About bullying these bums, usually red pill, PDFs, abusers, or translucents. A translucent is a prejudiced person. Think of it as justice, but with the toxic twist. I'm vengeance.
Like that sounded crazy. I ain't mean it like no, you feel me? I meant like I don't like it because it was scary.
Basically, a lot of cringeworthy shit like that. You see how that was just cringe as hell? It's supposed to be cringe, okay?
That bitch no yoga mat.
Chat.
This Joe Dirt in the face ass,
no
Leave It to Beaver ass, Happy Gilmore looking ass, Uncle Father in the face ass. Hey, he for real look like the type that always asks for the aux cord just to put on Family Matters and start reflecting about what went wrong. So let me break this down for y'all, because apparently Matthew out here playing games. This guy caused a whole mess of drama recently, proving once again his obsession and flat out prejudiced thoughts that are on a level that should come with a restraining order. Now, for those new to the fiasco, let me catch you up because not everybody's been here since the beginning. Consider this like the Dragon Ball Z flashback segments. Months ago, I dropped my first video calling out Matthew, aka What's the Dirt, for some wildly prejudiced remarks he made about Kendrick Lamar, and also a respected hip-hop journalist and YouTuber that goes by the name of The Company Man. My receipts stay undefeated.
Tiger in particular is a well-documented milkman who, like Kendrick, has a past of infidelity. I mean, Kendrick might just be a milkman, right? A closeted milkman.
And after that, it's over. You wake up and you don't even know what you done.
I missed the show. I wish they bring it back.
The dude is like Carlton from Fresh Prince, and you're trying to frame this as me being racist.
My family growing up didn't use the N-word. I made a whole video on my channel. I didn't say the N-word for 20 years.
Bro, I could kind of tell.
Yeah, I spoke about this in the last video. If you want to see what I said, go ahead and watch it if you want to. But I basically said that's some loser shit. Why he say that like that? I can kind of tell.
And what's also really clever here is that Drake
37 niggas years old. Oh, this the 37 niggas years old. You can't forget it, okay? 37 niggas for the 37 years he's been on Earth.
N-word 37 times on this track, and I believe his reasons for doing this is he's basically saying the word for every year that he's been alive to symbolize that he was indeed born black.
Boy, if you don't...
Although Kendrick's child isn't anywhere...
All right, we saw this in the last video. Y'all go see it.
One, that's it.
Shut the fuck up, bitch.
And you telling me that you do your own edits, I'm starting to call that cap, because you would know that. Don't be like Drake, man, lying on your craft and having a whole team doing your edits, boy. Anyone that edits any type of video or audio can tell that it's pitched down by one. So naturally, I drop a warning video.
I'm not gonna lie. I edit. I'm not doing as like detailed edits as them, but let me edit my shit. I wish I had an editor, but cause I don't know how to do all the stuff they be doing. I don't. I'd be lost. Anyways,
I said, hey, look, stop
I got
talking
OBS.
shit in the chats or get packed out, Matthew. Those are your options.
and I'm about to start gaming. Like I play games all the fucking time. I'm not gonna lie. Right now, in front of me, God of War is paused. So I was gonna start once I got my camera and mic and everything, which is gonna be next week. And those are gonna be long videos. So I was like, bro, I gotta edit this shit. That's tough. But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna start with Last of Us if you're interested. Just be on the lookout.
Name and starts planting more messy seeds.
Where?
And this time he drags KB
Who?
Goes Live into it. KB, by the way, is a white content creator who does his own thing and had nothing to do with this nonsense. But Matthew is messy as hell.
He kind of looked like his avatar. The avatar in the last motherfucker's thing, he kind of looked like it.
Claimed that KB was pretending to be black and running my channel.
Just call me a culture vulture.
I can't make this shit up. By the way, before we move on, just know this. KB is also from the South with an accent that you can very much hear. And I'm from California. Do you see how uneducated he is about culture? It's not just, you know,
He
when
from
you say the
Canada,
word
he don't
culture,
know.
we're not just talking about
He think
black
everybody
culture.
sound the
There's
same.
culture everywhere. There's also a thing called American culture. He can't tell how I speak is any different than KB Goes Live when KB is from the South.
Just call me a culture vulture.
For him not to be able to tell us apart, KB has a Southern accent. There is no reason why you would get us mixed up. That's insane. So after he planted these seeds that led to this other YouTuber attacking me out of nowhere, thinking I was KB using black culture as a cover-up. Me and this guy argued back and forth through messages until the dude realized he got played. Matthew had set this entire thing up, dragging two successful black creators into drama just to entertain himself.
I want to know who it is. Oh, I'm nosy.
The YouTuber eventually sent me screenshots of Matthew's original messages, which revealed this entire chain reaction. Turns out Matthew's master plan was to spread lies about me being anonymous, roped in two other creators, and try to frame me as someone exploiting black culture. And prior to this, remember the original stream, he was planting the seed about my voice being modded. It seems that he was setting this up from the jump, and it's embarrassing. Like, bruh, you really sat down and thought this is the move.
Just call me a culture vulture.
And what's even more embarrassing for Matthew, KB Goes Live tried to reach out to him numerous times before all this nonsense even blew up. Like, this man had every opportunity to clear the air, squash the drama, and act like a grown-up. Matthew, you literally tried to stalk and bully this man in his comments. Come on, man. What are you doing for real? Like, what were you thinking? Refusing to respond only shows you wanted the drama to build so you could sit back and watch the mess you started. Matthew, how—
Yeah, but like, what? Like, sometimes when people do stuff like this, I think about it, and I'm just like, why would you think that would make anything better? Why do you think you would get away with it? You know what I'm saying? And now you just look like everything you said was bullshit. You look lame as fuck. Now you just look like a weirdo, manipulating liar.
Dang, you might as well go for a Netflix role or a Tubi role or something. You need to be the next damsel in distress the way you play victim.
Me personally, I wouldn't take this level of disrespect.
Of course I exposed him on Twitter because someone had to. And it didn't stop there. Not in this film. Matthew's response was just stupid as hell.
I want to see.
Man, I didn't spread this about you at all. I had a bunch of people hit me up accusing you of being this KB Goes Live dude. I'm sure you've seen it in your comments before also.
Why though? What was the correlation? Like, did they just pick like a random mofo and be like, "Oh, that's him"?
Was asked someone that's close with KB if he really thought it was you. And then the supposed email that was sent to What's the Dirt that made him go turn into Sherlock Holmes and all this shit. It says, "What's up, Matt? The guy running the deleted channel is KB Goes Live. He's a white kid from pretending to be black. Hence the reason for the voice in the anonymous channel. Just giving you the heads up, buddy. The rest is up to you." That buddy part is very revealing though. Oh, that's very, very revealing. Buddy? Who says that?
I'm not gonna lie, I do, but I say it in like a bullshit way, like instead of saying like asshole or something. You know what I'm saying? Y'all don't get me.
So then, of course, someone comments the feed and says, "Be a man, take ownership for your fuck ups. I know you fucked up a lot this past couple of months, but having morals will go a long way for you and may heal your condition without the need of medication." And then What's the Dirt will respond with
Not
a
medication.
message that a lot of people didn't like. And
Let's
he
see.
ended up getting jumped in the comments.
I wanna
Ha,
see.
nah, off meds is bad. I've never used my illness to justify
Cap. But
behavior either. I wish someone point out a time where I did that. If people
please
only
do, because I seen it. And I don't watch the man no more. After I didn't even watch the Family Matters, but once I saw the viral clips from the Family Matters video, I was like, yeah, you you stay over there. I'm done. I don't have no more interest. Let me make sure I'm unsubscribed.
closer than black men, actually.
Just call me
What
a
the
culture
fuck does
vulture.
that mean?
Yeah, you know, they told his ass in the comments with that
I am
one.
subscribed.
I only
Oh,
grabbed
no.
a couple. One of them quoted him and said, "Black men actually laugh out loud." And Matthew's response, "Well, yeah, because I'm accused of being racist, which I am fucking not. Nowhere even close." And then another user responds and says, "What the hell is wrong with you?" So then it goes into What's the Dirt responding to me once again.
Oh.
He says, "I wasn't planting a seed, man. I'm close with and he's good friends with KB. Multiple people have told me that it's you for months now. I wouldn't circulate it because there's no proof." And mind you, he responded to me because I asked him why didn't he reach out to me, why didn't he hit me up? Why didn't you message me, try to get on a call with me, anything? You just went ahead and just did all this, and that was his response to that. So you guys do notice all this dude does is focus on race, right?
Just call me a culture vulture.
His main objective, his primary mission, was to make people believe I'm white. Why? Why was that your focal point? Why? What is the reason? It's to the point where that email might have not even been anybody. It probably was himself messaging himself. I wouldn't pass it by him. Matthew really should have just taken my word and believed I'm a black creator with substance and the ability to speak intellectually. The fact that he couldn't wrap his head around the idea of a black person producing content like mine says a lot about his warped and prejudiced mindset. It's almost like in his head, black people aren't capable of creating anything thoughtful or high quality, because why else would he do it? Why would he even assume I was white in the first place? It's just another layer to his already exposed pattern of his out of touch prejudiced thinking. What exactly would a white creator gain from pretending to be black? Well, my entire channel is built around uplifting black culture.
You know, that's what I was trying to understand. Like even if he does uplift. If I don't know if y'all saw the Andrew Schulz pack out. Hey, listen, he was uplifting us. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't see why that would be the case when usually it takes the black people longer to get popping on YouTube. And just being real. I'm being real. I'm being honest, okay? I'm just from what I have seen and it's just usually harder, okay? So I don't know, especially echoing the sentiments that he's echoing. I'm surprised they ain't shadow banned, bro, to be real.
Black pride and black history. Almost every video I post centers around celebrating and defending the culture while calling out vultures like you. My very first video on you focused on your prejudiced remarks about Kendrick and Justin, exposing your ignorance. So why on earth would
Justin?
you even assume I'm a white man? It doesn't add up. The math isn't mathing. The math isn't mathing, Matthew.
I was about to say Matthew.
This dude really proved he hasn't learned a damn thing. He's still out here acting clueless, talking about being a therapist for his
No, I
black
honestly think he is clueless. I think I'm not really trying to make this what I'm about to make it, bro. But like, I just think that the ignorance is just there. I think it didn't matter how in touch he might have been or how good at lyrics he might have been. I mean, how good at reading lyrics he might have been if he was, because then somebody said that he was just copying them. But they don't experience the day-to-day what we experience, and that's just that. So they gonna be out of touch. He don't understand. And he's Canadian, which I'm just saying is like a separate. There's a disconnect clearly on multiple fronts.
Friends like that clears his record. He's over here parading, I save black people and I'm their friend therapist. That's some of the most
They don't need
self-serving,
him as a
cringeworthy
therapist, I ain't gonna
nonsense ever. Bruh, that's not how you prove you're
This
not
dude
prejudiced. I have a black friend vibes, and it's straight up pathetic. Nobody's buying it, Matthew. Then there's the mess with the company, man. After his prejudiced remarks about Justin, man, you would think Matthew would sit and reflect and maybe take like a culture awareness class or some shit. But nah, this bozo was on someone else's stream talking shit like he didn't care about what he did, acting like it wasn't that serious when he was blatantly making prejudiced comments about Justin. Nah, bro, you were called out because you deserved it, and now you're trying to play victim.
Oh,
his so-called
Justin, the
apology
company
was
man?
obviously not even an apology. It was just him trying to save his already sinking credibility. And what's up with this Kendrick Lamar obsession, bruh? This dude started using the phrase Kendrick stands like it's a new slur, and that wouldn't be a problem. Honestly, it really wouldn't be a problem considering the fact that Kendrick supporters call Drake fans OV hoes. But every time Matthew says it, he follows it up with phrases like Messiah, Jesus, Savior, or cult, making it pretty obvious, pretty clear with his translucent ass. He's trying to code it as a dig at black people, and that's beyond weird. And don't forget, remember I told you before, that translucent word, that's for people that are prejudiced, nobody else. If you're not prejudiced, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Blaming his downfall on Kendrick's fans is just pathetic. Nobody made you say the dumb shit you said, Matthew. Nobody forced you to act like this. That's all you. Instead of taking the responsibility, you're out here using coded language and doubling down on your nonsense. It's transparent. You're clear. You're glass. We see you. It's pathetic. And honestly, it's embarrassing to watch.
Just call me a culture vulture.
This is where the whole culture thing comes in. I'll be very brief on this. Y'all know how I feel about the word culture and all that. Like, it's just an overused joint. I don't understand how anyone can say what's the dirt's not from the culture when he knows so much about hip hop. Someone will have to break that down to me. He knows a lot about hip hop, but I just don't understand, regardless if a person is from India, if they're white, if they're from Canada, y'all gotta help define that culture thing for me. Because when someone knows so much about hip hop, I don't understand how you can say they're not from the culture. So maybe y'all just gotta define, maybe we just have different definitions of what from the culture.
So if somebody knows something about basketball, like, I'm just being real. If somebody knows something about something stereotypically us, that makes them a part of the culture. Told you, the motherfuckers be inviting motherfuckers to the cookout so damn often. Nobody come to my cookout, bitch. Promise. It's not gonna be no one there. Okay? Because y'all just be... I thought he was about to make a point, and maybe his clip ain't over yet, but are we okay? Just because bro could break down some fucking lyrics and understand that there were some issues like that Kendrick talked about that were race related, and he could explain them minimally, that makes him part of the culture? Are we straight? We good? I don't think we good. But
culture means.
All right, now this right here is exactly why Matthew doesn't get it and probably never will. He's out here feeling validated, thinking he's untouchable because a couple of his black friends co-sign his nonsense and gas him up, telling him his culture just because he studies hip-hop. Like, congratulations, Matthew. You studied some bars and wrote down some history notes, and that makes you down. He's convinced it's just one certain fan base that doesn't like him, so he brushes off all the criticism, and he keeps doubling down on his out-of-touch and prejudiced takes. Instead of reflecting on why people are calling him out, he's using these black cosigns as a shield to keep being ignorant, and that's why he is the way he is now, and why he'll never learn a damn thing. We have to do better, man.
What the fuck is wrong with you niggas?
I'm tired of my people making excuses instead of educating. That doesn't mean you can't be friends with someone from another culture. Just educate them, especially.
I'm not gonna educate them. I'm sorry. I don't want to. I'm gonna just be real. And I come from you feel me? I had a very interesting upbringing, okay? I lived in a black neighborhood. I went to a private school. Okay? I had like a scholarship for diversity in sports or whatever the fuck. They just used me in every picture, bro. To act like the people that went to my school. Very, very, I'll just say ignorant. They didn't know a lot. And I don't know. I just feel like it's putting a responsibility on me that I don't want to. I just don't want to do. It is what it is. You feel me? So I get it though. I get what they're saying, but I mean, I get what he's saying for sure. But I just personally, I'm over it. I think I tried for a long time, and it's just like they need to do the work, not me. I don't need to lead them in a direction. Whatever.
When they're wrong. When at my Latino friend's house, his mom only speaks fluent Spanish. We all grew up around Latinos. I eat Hispanic food frequently. Shit, I love tacos. I love Taco Tuesday. What could I say? But when I'm at their house, my friend always has to translate for me because that's her primary language. Even if I studied Spanish, listened to Spanish music, or learned about their traditions, it wouldn't mean she would see me as a part of her culture. She would respect that I love and appreciate her culture, and she'd honor the effort I put into understanding it, but she'd still see me as a guest, not someone who inherently belongs to it. So why would this situation be any different? How is it hard to understand when it comes to Black Americans or hip-hop culture? Imagine me studying all the iconic figures, music, and legends of the Hispanic culture, then walking into their home and debating them about it, dismissing and disrespecting one of their beloved artists, and saying insensitive things the way Matthew did. They'll likely lose all respect for me. They might feel like I'm mocking their culture, and some might even think I'm being prejudiced and racist. When you approach someone else's culture, especially as an outsider, there's a line between admiration and entitlement. You can appreciate it, but you don't get to dictate how it's valued or understood by the people who live it every day. Respect goes both ways, and overstepping that line undermines the very respect you claim to have. Some things can't be fully understood unless you live them. It's one thing to love and appreciate music or culture, but it's another to act like you know the experience better than the people who lived it. That's where respect comes in. Knowing when to observe and not insert yourself. I mean, the same could be told by rock and roll and doo-wop. I'm not gonna lie, I love all music. A big part of that is because I love movies, and so many of them use old songs, like doo-wop or classic rock. But even if I memorize every song, do you think I could sit down with my grandmother and school her on doo-wop songs she grew up with? No matter how much I studied, I wasn't there to feel the impact or understand what they were going through at that time. The same goes for rock. You think I could tell a white man what he felt or what was happening when he was living that rock and roll lifestyle? Now, I know rock and roll came from Chuck Berry, but I'm talking about...
Okay, that's exactly what I was about to say, but okay.
The height of metal rock, when rock became the center of music. I'm not talking about back in the 60s and 50s, because yes, rock and roll stemmed from black people. It did, came from Chuck Berry. But I'm talking about when heavy metal took over, AC/DC and Aerosmith and all those guys. You think I could tell a white man about his culture? Because that's considered culture. You can't simply study a culture and assume you're a part of it. Cultural belonging is shaped by lived experiences, traditions. While you can appreciate and respect a culture, being a part of it requires more than intellectual knowledge. It's about being immersed in its nuances, practices, and values from within. And like Kanye say, bro, some people graduate and they still stupid.
Some people graduate, but we still stupid.
It don't matter what kind of education. Right.
Oh God, that shit, them motherfuckers be kind of dumb. Some of them are idiots, okay? And some of them cheated their way through school. And I'm very aware of that. Unfortunately, they have no morals.
It just gives you credentials. Some people, what his culture's about. I couldn't do that. No matter how much I studied it, that will never mean that I have now Canadian culture. Like, you gotta look at it in a different lens sometimes, because for some reason, when we talk about black culture, everyone doesn't understand anymore. It's insane. Hey, let me just say this, you guys. I highly recommend everyone to invest in a VPN, set up an LLC, and use security keys to protect yourself. yourself from being stalked or having your personal
is this
information
an ad?
exposed. With these 3 tools in place, your private info stays locked.
My ad detectors went off. There's an ad. He did that so smooth.
Remarks that he said about Justin Hunt and Kendrick Lamar. Instead, he hides behind his black friends like a shield, thinking it gives him a free pass.
Oh,
to
was
keep
that man
being
on
out of
the
pocket?
Was
And
that his
then
friend
the obsession
that
with
was
me is
saying that dumb stuff?
wild. It's crazy. Like, bro, I didn't pick on you for no reason. I just outed you for what you did to Justin Hunt. Then I outed
Talk
you
about it.
again for the little dumb shit you were saying in someone else's live stream. I mean, come on, man. You really jumping in other people's live streams, planting these little seeds about me, dragging
And
innocent
sending them
YouTubers
money,
into the
apparently.
mess, and trying to convince the world I'm some white dude faking his blackness. Like, how desperate do you have to be to stoop that low?
Just call me a culture vulture.
You're not discrediting me, Matthew. You just exposed how much of a jester you are. And the sad part, you still ain't learned shit. You keep doubling down, ignoring the real issue at hand, and letting people gas you up instead of checking you. That's why his career is in the gutter. Until Matthew gets real with himself and stops being in denial, he's gonna stay losing. And that's just being real and honest with you. At this point, the only thing Matthew's exposing is how deep he's sinking in his own bullshit. It's definitely not what's the dirt anymore. It's what's this shit. Okay, that was corny.
It was, I'm not gonna lie. But that's facts. Bro's tweaked, okay? I've never seen someone spiral so out of control. I have multiple times. But this is just the time that I'm seeing right now. And I just wanna, I'm just like hyper focusing on it. He's really spiraling out of control. Completely. I feel like I'm thinking, like, is there a way that he could have repaired that? Because that was such a dumb take. He said so much stupid stuff in that video. And then followed up with even more dumb stuff. To the point where when the apology came, it was stupid. It was like, bro, you're not trying to really apologize. You just see it's not gonna work. Then you change your whole narrative to Drake, Team Drake, I guess, and that Kendrick fans were the ones that are doing it. Bro, it just got worse and worse. Now you on deleted ass for something. It's unfortunate, but it has to happen. It has to happen. Safe to say we will not be getting a Meet the Grands or Not Like Us breakdown. And to be honest, we don't need one. Those songs were very self-explanatory, okay? Just is what it is. And at this point, he probably would be biased anyway because he mad. He got some resentment. But anyways, yeah, y'all tell me what you think. Y'all like, come subscribe, follow me on Instagram, follow me on TikTok. I'll see y'all in the next one.